This is an Evergreen Media Network studio production.
Welcome back to Classic Car Radio. Jesse, that's the song. That's the song I meant that I wanted to end the show with instead. That one. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
Okay, good.
Oh boy.
No, the song that you haven't been here. The last song that we play in this show sticks in my head, and then I'm laying in bed at midnight, and that song is still, and it's driving me crazy. So
it's that Biden syndrome going on.
Yeah. Biden wouldn't remember that.
Drink some warm milk at night.
That was so funny. I'm gonna fall over. Yeah, Biden.
You resemble.
Oh man.
All right, what else you got going on?
Well,
here?
first let's push this a little bit. First of all, we are on Saturdays, 107.9 FM, 1370 AM, WAXE Vero Beach, every Saturday 2:00. So if you hear this show on or see this show on Facebook or YouTube, you can also tune in on your radio. If you're in the Vero Beach area, Vero Beach, a little bit of Sebastian down Fort Pierce, out towards Fellsmere, that way. I don't know if you can get it out at Yeehaw Junction. I think you lose it at Yeehaw Junction.
I think you lose it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's 30 miles out. I don't know, but it's flat all the way out. I don't know if you get it out there.
Depends on where the antenna is.
Yeah, well, it's in Fort Pierce.
Oh, there you go.
And no one wants to go to Fort Pierce. Oh, sorry, I didn't say
Superman
that.
don't go
I
to
didn't
Fort
say that. Anyway, there was two interesting articles at the Drive this week. And the first one was who got you into cars? Not what, but who. Was there a person that you remember got you into cars? Like maybe you weren't into them. Like we all were probably into, like when we were kids.
Yeah, we all had Matchbox cars and Hot Wheels and stuff.
Hot Wheels, Matchbox, or models. Did you build models of cars? I did.
Yeah, I did.
And but what got you into cars? What really grabbed you and said, "Oh, I like these muscle cars"?
I think when my neighbor had a '68 Chevelle. Yeah. He brought home one day, and that was it. I was hooked on Chevelles. Okay. And that had to be in 1970 or so.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
What about you, Steve? Do you remember, Steve? What got you into it?
Well, when I was younger, yeah, my dad was always wrenching on cars every weekend, and then when you had four-wheeler brothers, oh yeah, my brother had. I used to call him the Maverick Killer, 460 big block Mavericks. He totaled out so many of those, and then my brother Louis started painting cars and doing fabrication work. So every weekend we were wrenching on cars and doing something.
Yeah. Great. What about you, Todd? Do you remember?
Yeah. You do? I'd say my brother Mark did. He had a Cutlass and that, and Camaro, and then what got me into the Chevelles was my neighbor. My neighbor had a 71 Chevelle that I ran my mini bike in the side of.
Oh, jeez.
And that's where it all began. He's like, I got to fix the car for him.
That's where he started fixing cars.
He started learning how to do body work.
How to do body
way back then, yeah.
Looked it up on YouTube back then. How to do body work. There you go.
Suction cup pulled it right out.
For me, it was a friend. A friend down the street she was dating a guy who owned a body shop. And I was a junior in high school, and he came down the street with a lacquered black 69 GTO, and it was just really hopped up. I mean, it had the gears, everything. It was a little bit jacked. It had a little bit of jacked up in the rear, but it had flames on either side. This black lacquer with these beautiful orange and yellow and red flames coming out of the wheel wells that were painted by Kelsey Customs in Salem, Massachusetts. And the guy was an incredible painter. And he said, the girlfriend wasn't ready, so he said, you want to go for a ride in the GTO? And he took me down to Route 128 and just took off in it. And I was pinned to my seat. Right. Just pinned. Every time he hit the shit, every time he shifted gears, wham, my head would hit the headrest, hard. Nice. And I said, that's it, And it was Pontiacs, GTOs, muscle cars.
Do they even paint with lacquer anymore?
No.
Nobody uses it.
Oh,
I mean,
crack.
back in the 70s and 80s, everybody wanted a lacquer paint job.
Yeah, they cracked like crazy up north. I don't know about down here, but
They would down here.
did they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, matter of fact, the first time I painted my Chevelle, I painted it red lacquer.
Yeah.
You know, cut and buff. That thing was like a mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
about 10 months later, it went from that red, which was cranberry red,
Right.
was the name of it. It
To
went from
orange?
red to orange.
Yeah.
No
Orange.
It
kidding.
didn't crack. As a matter of fact, that paint job lasted quite some time as of the finish. It stayed shiny. It just lost all its red pigment out of it.
Right,
you know?
right.
Yeah. I was going to guess it went orange.
Yeah, it went orange.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they don't use lacquer no more. Yeah,
No.
it was very, it was it was like you said, it was like liquid glass on
yeah.
the car.
And the funny thing about that lacquer GTO, the black one, was eventually my brother-in-law bought it.
Oh, okay.
And he had it for a number of years. So, and that's just a small world kind of thing. I didn't even know my brother-in-law way back then, and it's just been talking to him about that car. He said, "Oh, I owned that car for a while. They bought it from him." It's funny, the guy was named Kenny. Anyway, that's just a little side joke there.
Side joke there.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's
All about the flames.
what who got you into cars. And yeah, it's an interesting article. This guy's dad got him into sports cars, but it all started with Hot Wheels for him. And I think that's what
it started with Hot Wheels and then
Yeah.
the little AFX cars or
AFX
Aurora cars. Yeah,
Yeah.
you had plenty of them.
definitely
Yeah.
matchboxes.
Yeah.
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 Micro
Good times.
mini machines.
So we got time. Well, yeah, we plenty of time. So another one on the drive is, and Todd, this is a good one for you, especially. What car, because you just mentioned it, what car looks best in red? What car looks best in red
I don't know.
to
I'm
you?
not a big red car person.
It doesn't
I mean,
matter. What's the best looking red you've seen then?
I don't know.
70 Chevelle SS maybe?
I like this. Well, I wouldn't have painted mine though.
He painted his red, yeah.
But I like Ferraris. I know it's
The
not
red,
a muscle
yeah.
car,
Ferrari
but
red, yeah, that's a nice
Yeah.
color.
Ferraris look good in red.
I like a nice deep red, not really bright like fire engine, like a little deeper. Like
Yeah.
a,
Yeah,
like
a
a
little
darker red.
More darker.
We ended up
not so-
going
not
red.
so
What's that?
orangey looking.
We ended up painting that 67 Vet red.
Oh,
Oh,
red.
Yeah, we started with the Greenwood green.
Yeah,
and then-
green, I thought.
Then he wanted to go the Marlboro maroon metallic, and we ended up with Rally red
Rally
Huh.
red.
on a 67 Stingray. Actually looks pretty good.
Well,
I'm not a red fan, but it came out
they
pretty
call
good.
red that resale red, right? If you
Yeah.
want to sell the car, you paint it resale red.
Oh, trust me, I'll show you a text message. I was spurring him. I'm like, you want to go red? And then the last day, like we went like probably 10, 12 different colors on it. And then the last day before he comes in, Paulie hits him with Nassau blue.
That's a
yeah,
beautiful
it's beautiful.
color.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Gave him the big color spray out and everything.
Right.
And he's like, kick a man while he's down. And then he came in the next day and he says, it's Rally red. Don't call me. That's my mind. Give me my spray out. I'll sign. It's Rally red. And I was kind of really skeptical of the red because I'm not just a big red person, but it actually looks pretty good in that car.
And what year is that Corvette?
67.
67.
The red that I like the most in cars was a Corvette, a 73 stock Corvette, the 73 red Corvette. A friend of mine bought one, and I always loved that color red. And I really think it carried on from the previous year with General Motors with that red, because General Motors, I don't know what they called it for the Chevelle in 72, but Pontiac called it Cardinal red. And that it was identical red to that Corvette. So I think they didn't really switch the red up too much between those 2 years, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, Cardinal red, we're painting that 63 C10.
Oh, are you really?
Cardinal red.
That's
Cardinal
the original
red?
color of that truck,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
a
the way he
Pontiac
wants
color.
Now, wasn't some of the Corvette colors, weren't they named after racetracks or something like that? Was that? I thought something, I don't know, for some reason, somebody had told me that a long time ago, like Monterey Blue or
Oh,
whatever.
it could be. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, there's all kinds of names that when you start painting cars,
right.
the names go out the door,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
all and
It's
it comes
all
with
by
code
numbers.
75,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
was my,
Right,
is my
yeah,
Chevelle,
yeah.
or code 60 or 40.
And then
You know?
some of the colors change the names over too. Like when we were looking at different
Yeah.
codes, the 64 Oldsmobile we're painting is Marina Poly Blue.
Everybody knows what B5 blue is.
B5 Blue and what's the other one? B8, G8 Green or something like that?
The B5 blue, that's like Donnie's
Gotcha.
his
Roadrunner.
Roadrunner is B5 blue.
Right.
And I've heard that term so many times. Very popular
car blue.
blue. Yeah. And one other thing, just in passing, and again, I'm sorry, Pontiac again, but when I was in Virginia, living in Virginia, and I had just painted my GTO red. I went from a 69 color in my 72. I went from that to a Cardinal red. And so I wanted to get together some GTO guys, and there was a show going on up in Northern Virginia. So I got the GTO AA list, and I started just contacting all these guys in Northern Virginia. Hey, let's all meet. So we all met. And then I didn't realize it until we were pulling in the parking lot, but every 10 GTOs in a row, all red. Every one of us. And so everyone in the parking lot's laughing. And they're going, oh, did DeLorean get a deal on red?
Well, not for nothing, but that's when you see a 67 or 66 GTO, most of them are red.
Yeah.
So there's nothing you can do about that.
True. Yeah. And then, but 65, there's that Tiger Gold everybody loved.
Tiger
Gold,
the
they called
gold,
it.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, so there we go. We've talked about red now.
Red and Pontiac.
And,
way too much
We'll
Pontiac.
just do one more short.
I know, dude. I know.
You guys are going to go home and barf, and you're not going
Hey,
to
we
eat
got a
dinner.
Pontiac with a windshield problem.
We should put like a Pontiac jar. Every time it says Pontiac, you gotta put a buck
You
in.
put a buck in a jar for a Pontiac. Go ahead. What else you got?
Okay, one more time. Up in Wisconsin, they built a carbon-bodied Hellcat-powered 70 Challenger. Wisconsin Speed Corps Performance Group are experts in building classic muscle cars infused with modern design and technology. This thing has a Hellcat engine, and Speed Corps created it with the 1970 Dodge Charger, and they christened it the Ghost because they painted it white. And so it's pretty neat. This is at motorauthority.com, and Speed Corps' Ghost Charger, they call it. And it's got that 707 horsepower Hellcat engine in it. So it's very light. It's even got have you heard of this, a carbon fiber drive shaft? Have you heard of that before? Yeah. But it says it in the article.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming they made their own parts if it's all carbon fiber.
Yeah,
right?
they'd have to. Yeah.
Wow.
There's a company that makes the Hellcats on the new Challenger platform, and they convert it to like this 69 and 70 Challengers.
Oh, really?
They like the Hemi cars, pretty bad. There's one on there that's blue, sweet looking.
Very good.
All right, let's go on break. One more break.
We'll do some tech talk, maybe?
We'll come back, do some tech talk. I got a lot of questions this week.
All right, beautiful.
Break.
All right, we'll be right back after this.
Offering 24/7 emergency services, Joe Scazzari Roof Services Consulting offers prompt handling of homeowners' insurance claims and has been serving the Treasure Coast for over 40 years. Scazzari's roofing experts can fabricate and install standing seam metal roofs on site, saving you thousands of dollars. And for those do-it-yourselfers, they can cut and fabricate your metal roof and deliver it right to your home or job site. Got a flat roof? Scazzari Roofing and Consulting specializes in all commercial and residential flat roofing systems. State certified and licensed, Scazzari Roofing and Consulting is family-owned and operated. Check out their website at roofservicesconsulting.com or give them a call at 772-388-7453 or toll free at 888-675-8106. Scazzari Roofing and Consulting Contractors.
Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach is looking for hard workers. If you have experience as an automotive technician or mechanic, call Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach, 772-213-8957. Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach is located at 1212 23rd Street, and they're hiring automotive technicians today. Stop by the shop or call 772-213-8957. Treasure Coast Auto of Vero Beach.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats and chairs, and all the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need including a gallery of Berlin Gardens and Pollywood. We're having a big February clearance sale, which includes all Tommy Bahama and Lexington in stock or special order, 50% off. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in Vero Beach, next to Planet Fitness. Family owned and operated since 1991. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com and don't forget to visit our outlet and sales store directly across the street.
Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Ooh, have a sunshine day. Sunshine.
What now? What? He's lost.
We're back.
You're lost.
I'm
We're
just
back.
watching what you're doing with that mic. I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
He's having a Biden moment. Watch
He's
out.
having a
Let's go. Here we go.
You know, it's bad,
It's a new thing
He's
now.
gonna be whispering in
I
his
like
ear
giving
and
him a hard
stuff.
time.
it's bad enough he's got a Yugo t-shirt.
Oh, no.
on,
I
you
know.
I know.
You go.
Yugo.
Best car ever made.
Yeah,
Look at
best
that.
car ever made.
You go, Biden.
Hey, I guess I've lost my mind. I can't write the show anymore. You guys are going to have to
So we'll
write
have
it.
to
Just wing it.
Oh, we can wing it every
Right,
week.
there you go.
Yeah,
wing
we
it.
can talk
Yeah,
some.
wing it.
We can
All we
talk
gotta do
just
is-
about anything.
What are we, American Car Classics again? We're just going to wing it?
Wing it, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That was always
So a
fun.
guy came in this week and he had a 327. Anyway,
Go ahead, what do you got?
What's the
Yeah.
tech
Do
talk?
you
You can't wing it. That was the
All right,
Kenny
yeah.
show. There was no winging that.
can we say
Yeah.
F it in here? Tim in Palm Effin Bay said, guys, one of the things I noticed when I bought my 63 Ford Falcon is the paint is all gone below the gas cap.
There you go.
The first time I filled it up, I understood why, as the auto shutoff did not work, and there was gas already spilling out. Does anyone else have this problem, and is there a way to correct that? Any thoughts on how I can protect the paint below the gas cap? So, what should he do? If he repainted that, what would he do?
Same thing.
Yeah. You know what it is? And then Todd bought it. You can never fill the gas tank
Yeah, it's
because
just
of the angle of the thing. And
of the filler neck.
The
you know,
filler
it's
neck,
it's
yeah.
kind of level with the
Right,
tank.
exactly.
So,
So the venting the venting comes up the neck too.
right.
what's horrible about them things is if you didn't have a good cap on it, you know, you fill it up somewhat and you go punch it and you take off, all the gas
Oh,
goes
the gas
back to the
goes
back.
front. You
Yeah.
know, Chevelle is very similar. You know,
Right.
like our Chevelles,
Yep.
70.
Yeah.
Well,
No, 69 was the same way.
Yeah, 68 up.
Yeah.
It has the
It
same.
would all fly out the back.
Yeah. So.
Oh, when you had the gas filler behind the license tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know.
I saw many cars dumping gas.
But I
My
did.
69 did that.
Before this question, when we had the Falcon, because I was working on that,
Yeah.
they do sell something that you could make the filler come up through the trunk,
Oh, really?
and it stops all of that if
Yeah.
you want to open up your trunk to
fill
fill the car with
Yeah.
gas.
Yeah.
Which
But
is
that's the only way to stop that.
right.
But eating the paint off, the paint on those were single stage to begin with, so
Right, yes.
it didn't quite hold up as well as like today's paint would. A good base coat, clear coat.
Right. Could he put some kind of protectant, like a ceramic,
what I would do is
or something?
I wouldn't put the little thing and click it and walk away.
Walk
I would
away.
sit
no,
there,
no,
Just sit there
and don't hold it wide open when it kind of wants to kick off. It's
Right.
going to kick off. Just don't have it wide open. So
Right.
the problem is
Yeah,
you're
put it on
gushing the gas
slow,
and they're
right.
wide open.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, if you want to
that.
clean your windshield, but put it on real slow trickle. Or
Yeah,
something,
it's just a bad way to put the gas tank the way they did
Yeah,
it.
design.
I mean, heck, look at it.
It's a Ford.
Ford built a Pinto,
Right.
right?
a rolling time bomb.
Okay. Anyway, Dan down in Port St. Lucie says, I have a 73 Challenger. Do you know where I can buy a complete exhaust system using stock factory exhaust manifolds, dual exhaust car, mufflers with no resonators, or do I go to an exhaust shop?
Pipes.
Well,
I mean, anybody.
Pipes.
Hey, you
Pipes.
just
Ain't that-
run pipes.
go to pipes
That
or
company Pipes.
Year one or-
yeah, they
Pipes
do
should
pretty
make it.
good.
Jegs Summit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He said pipes.
The company's
Yeah,
a company.
Pipes, yeah.
I
Company
thought
called
you
Pipes.
could order right through them. Though,
I think
couldn't
you can.
Yeah,
A
pipes
lot
you
of
can go
the-
right through them.
Yeah, a lot of the muffler places you could order. Anybody that sells thrush or those other things.
So could you go
order
to
straight.
Napa for that, and then would it fit?
Napa might, because they might have a Walker system,
Yeah.
which is
Do
the
these
same
parts
as
houses sell
Dynamax.
exhaust like that?
They used to back in the day, yeah. Walker
remember-
used to do it because Walker used to make the whole exhaust
I remember
systems.
years ago, when I worked for Hicks, we used to buy exhaust through Cold Air, and they were Walker systems back then.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. There's a lot of options for you. If you go to a local muffler shop and they're going to do a custom exhaust, it's going to cost a lot more than if you buy it pre-made from any of those sources, right?
You'll have a lot better job,
Yeah,
though.
you're going to have a lot better job, yeah.
It'll be perfect. 'cause
I would go,
Where's the guy
personally, I
at?
go with Pikes.
Where's he from?
Port St. Lucie.
Yeah,
Port St. Lucie, PSL, yeah.
You
Drive up here to AC Automotive and see Fred.
Yeah,
There you go.
You won't find a better guy.
yeah.
There you go. Where's AC Auto located?
Old Dixie in the Dixie Commercial Plaza.
Yeah.
In Vero?
Yep,
Yeah,
just
okay,
south
okay.
of 4th Street or 12th Street.
Okay.
Yeah, it's between 8th and 12th. Dixie Commercial Plaza Center. He's doing an exhaust for me next week.
Here's one that we've got way back. I remember this type of question before. We debated this, which is kind of fun. Lenny from the interwebs asks, he won't say where he's from because he don't want Steve to kill him. Guys, my buddy... Sorry, Steve.
It's like a Kenny remark.
Hurry up. Come on. Let's go.
All right, guys.
You ain't got that much time.
Read that, Biden. I know, he called me Kenny. I mean, that's...
I didn't call anyone Kenny.
I'm like kill a guy. I'm like,
My buddy
He's
got
having another Biden
premium car paint job from Mako several years ago. Not being a big Dodge Charger fan, I never really paid much attention to it, but I was in his garage today and I noticed that after all these years and dozens of trips and outings, that the paint still really looked good. I was surprised to hear him tell me he had it done at Mako. I was thinking this may be a viable alternative for a paint job for my 73 Formula Firebird, because while appearance is important, I plan to drive the car and I don't want to worry about a $15,000 paint job. So what do you guys think about Mako, and are there other privately owned local shops locally that do it average to good paint work for less money?
Mako, I'm not.
Joe Valenza.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. I mean, there's guys out there that do certain stuff too, but like you can also take the cheapest, crappiest paint and all in the prep, and if the car doesn't see the sun and it's taken care of, it'll last for a while too.
Yeah.
So if he did his prep, if this guy Lenny did his prep, really intensive, good prep, before he even brought it to a place like Mako, he'd probably get a pretty good
Yeah,
paint job, right?
because Mako's not going to sand or do
Yeah.
any kind of prep. They're going to bring it in and just paint right over whatever
Really?
you got. Yeah.
But see, if you got an experienced painter at Mako and the guy wants to do it, it could be done. It's all in the person as well.
It all depends,
Right,
and also
true.
the Mako shop too, because I know the Mako shop they used to be up in Melbourne. They had a guy up there that was excellent at paint.
You know, let's just face it. There's people that say they know what they're doing, and they try to tell you that the other person that don't, and they don't even know the difference between
Right.
certain solvents and urethane paints and base coat, clear coats. And
As you see, our friend Todd Byron over there is not saying anything because
Yeah.
Well, I've got a saying.
Go ahead, do it.
And I've been saying this for a long all the whole time I've been painting cars. The bitterness of poor quality remains long after the sweetness of low price is forgotten.
there you go.
Okay.
Don't forget it.
All right.
the car won't lie.
Yeah.
I'll remember that. You know, the thing.
The thing.
You're gonna have to hold off now because we only got a minute.
All right, you're going to do
Yeah, I'll do real
car
quick.
show quick stuff.
This weekend at Dunkin' Donuts Beachside, 1220 North A18 up in Indian Atlantic.
Oh,
It's from
nice,
8 to
okay.
12. It's this Saturday. It's always a good show. There's probably going to be 200-300 cars up there. Then on Sunday, the big show in Sebastian, the Sebastian Elks 20th Annual Car and Bike Show. Sunday, February 18th from 11 to 3. They're selling T-shirts. They're doing a whole bunch of giveaways and trophies for club participation. And that'll be Sunday from 10 to 2. All right.
Anything else?
If you want to talk about the March 9th, the First Presbyterian Church of Sebastian, we talked about that earlier. That's
Right.
on Louisiana Avenue. Also, Canada Pregnancy Center, Indian River County.
Right.
That's also Saturday, March 9th from 10 to 12 at the Vero Christian Church. And then the big show under the Oaks at Riverside Park, Saturday, March 16th, starts at 10 a.m. We'll talk about that as we get closer.
Yeah, and we'll get Bill Maul in here or somebody.
Somebody.
But that's a
That's an
biggest show in Indian River County, 300 plus. Right?
Yep.
Great show. Lots of fun.
And that's
Okay.
it.
All right, so you know the thing. We are Classic Car Radio. We are out of here.
Hey, play the right song because I don't want to hear it next week, all right?
See ya.
We're out of here.
We out of here.